Well, Governor Newsom calls this, quote, decisive action in making this dramatic announcement today, not totally unexpected. With COVID cases rising, he said the state has to do this because we're in, as we've heard before, a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
246,000 Californians are state employees. 246,000 Californians should be vaccinated. And if they're not vaccinated and cannot verify that they've been vaccinated, we are requiring that they get tested.
Tested weekly. That starts next week, August 2nd, for all state employees, again, phased in. And then all of the state's healthcare workers, that testing, if you're not vaccinated, will begin August 9th. The governor's team and his supporters say that they want to make sure that California still stays ahead of the increased spike in COVID cases and wants to make sure that by doing this, it helps prevent going back to the more severe lockdown conditions of a year ago.
If you're one of those Californians that still needs to get your second shot, please do. You've done an important step, taken an important step to getting yourself and your family protected. But in the face of Delta, we know that that second shot is very, very important.
And if you look at the hospitalization rates and the death rates, it's almost 100% folks who are not vaccinated. And we don't want to go back to where we were. You know, what we just went through the last year and a half with school closures and businesses closing, we do not want to go back to that. And the pathway for us to get out of this pandemic is through an increased rate in vaccinations.
Oakland Assemblywoman Buffy, which, remember, we had her as a guest on Fox 11 News last week talking about mandatory vaccines for state employees. So behind me, the Ronald Reagan State Office building in down Los Angeles. What do state employees think about the governor's announcement today? Here's a sample.
I'm vaccinated, so, I mean, you know, mask or no mask, it's, you know, my choice. However, you know, some people are going to be upset about that. I'm not really sure what the Vox Populi will really think about it.
I'm not vaccinated, no, but I do get tested weekly.
And can you say what your hesitation is?
I don't really have a hesitation. I just haven't got around to it yet.
There's no sense of urgency in your mind?
No.
You want to share?
No.
Are you vaccinated yourself?
I'm partially vaccinated.
Are you considering getting the second shot?
I'm considering it.
What's your hesitation?
Because of my reaction to it.
Oh, you had a bad reaction?
A very bad reaction to it. Very bad.
So what's going to be the deciding factor?
You know, I just kind of have to weigh my options.
You heard that woman. She got one shot. Concerned about the reaction, Dr. Mark Galey, who spoke earlier in this story, said to all of those who just got the one shot and were concerned about the reaction, Alex and Marla, possible sore arm is a very small price to pay for the medical certainty of preventing serious illness or death that second shot gives, and he's urging everyone in that situation to get both shots. California trying to set a tone. New York City, of course, has already done this. Other cities, Pasadena, and the question what other localities are going to follow this path. Live downtown, I'm Phil Schuman, Fox 11 News.
Yeah, Phil, and one of those questions is Los Angeles, the biggest city in California, going to follow the state's lead on this? LA Mayor Eric Garcetti's office putting out the following statement on that. Quote, the mayor has been working urgently with city stakeholders towards policy changes to increase the employee vaccination rate and make the workplace safer for everyone. He will be discussing this in more detail very soon.